well overdue tour of the RV. First thing, our fridge and the special lever here, which is very handy. When you go around the corner, make sure this lock is locked. Otherwise, yeah.
Onto this little compartment here.
Yeah.
Because if this thing here is not locked onto there, what will happen is when you go around corners, that whole thing will fly open.
The door can blow open,
yep.
and all your contents of your fridge lands up on the floor.
So there's one for the fridge and one for the freezer. So make sure both of them are locked.
Mm-hmm.
And with the fridge, it works 3 ways. It gets its power from, if you're plugged into 240 volt, it automatically plugs into the 240 volt. If you're on the road, it goes onto the battery. And if you're not on the road driving or plugged in, you can turn on the gas bottle and it will still keep everything cool and operating. So that's how the fridge works.
Mm-hmm. So 3 sources to keep the contents of the fridge cool, and it works fantastic, doesn't it?
Yes. Don't worry about the flashing signs. We just haven't got the gas bottle on because we're only having a little lunch break. So ignore that bit.
240 volt microwave?
Microwave only works with 240 volt when you're plugged in at a campsite.
On site. All right, so there's our fridge, there's our microwave. Here's the TV.
TV works. It's on 12 volt, but we have not used it once.
Not used it once.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah. I'm not going to go through the doors. Red's locked, obviously.
Yeah.
Green's unlocked.
Yeah.
At night time, you put it onto lock.
Yeah.
And this
Red.
one here just opens up your fly screen.
Yep. So the great thing, there's a fly screen on there so you can air out when you're cooking. The buttons on the side there, it's 2 lights, internal lights there. So I'll just point to it. So this is for lights, internal light, and that's your step. So up and down. That you'll have the external step for you. And when you leave, do a full walk around of the van. Make sure this step is up before you drive off. Not saying that we've done it, but just make sure it's off.
This is the second dinette, or is this, what do you call this?
I call this the first dinette. So this is where Justin and I eat. So this table, just a little tip, it actually moves. So if you need one side wider than the other, you can actually go in and then move this table, which we didn't know until only a couple of days ago. Mm-hmm. Then you've got all your storage up here, which is fantastic.
Overhead cupboards.
This motorhome is a 6-berth. So what that means is you've got your 1, 2 at the front, passengers, and then you've got 2 seatbelts here and 2 seatbelts here. So that's where the 6 people will sit. And if you had kids, that's where they sit, the anchor points are. So dinette, storage.
Seatbelts.
Yep, on
chairs.
both sides. There is seatbelts on this one as well. It's just under the cushion at the moment.
Most important for Lisa, she's just found a 240 power point underneath.
On this one, 240 volt to here, double adapter here, and there's another one underneath the back dinette. The back dinette, unfortunately, at the moment, U-shaped normally, is Justin's bed. At night time at the moment, but there, just excuse my luggage, there is another double adapter. If you were sitting in a dinette, you could use that one as well. So 3 double adapters here. Back dinette while we're at it, extra storage again. There's a USB charging port as well, which works well. All these windows have fly screens if you want to open and air out. 2 vents, so 1 vent at the back here and 1 vent up here. I might as well show you this. This is a pre-made bed over the cockpit. This is where I sleep at night time with the ladder. Justin and I do not fit in that bed, and Justin and I do not fit in the back bed. So Just sleeps there at night time. I sleep here.
Hang on, we
storage.
probably could.
Well,
but
we can't
when we
move.
sleep, we like a little bit of space. So that's the thing. I'll get out the way.
My kitchen.
Kitchen, sink, and stove.
This is plenty. So you've got your 4 gas stove here. They work magnificently. You literally turn the knob and there's a spark thing, so you don't even need matches or any lighters. It's all in here. You turn on the gas. When Justin turns on the gas, I can cook. This sink is plenty as well. And at the moment, I've turned on the water. And we're using the current water tank at the moment because obviously the water storage. Yep. And then there's 1 tank for fresh water, 1 tank for this grey water or the sludge. It comes with everything you need. This is the cutlery drawer. Excuse the Yumi tie. there. It comes with all your dishes, plates, bowls, cups, and mugs. It even comes with a fry pan, pots with a strainer in this one. And in this last drawer here, it's your colander, your salad bowl, your cutting board here, and also comes with 2 Pyrex containers, so you, any leftovers you can put in the fridge. I think this is a cleaning compartment, which we haven't even touched. We brought our own cleaning stuff and some hangers. Up here is your kettle toaster, which is only operational on 240 volt, FYI. And they also give you a separate kettle to use on the gas stove if you're not plugged into the 240 volt. The rest is all empty storage. And you want to take over?
The most important, what's that there?
This one
What's this?
is heating and cooling, and it works magnificently. A bit loud, but it only works when you're plugged into 240 volt. So that's heating and cooling. And based on the reviews, we haven't had a really cold night yet. The heating works really well. The first couple of days, Justin was hot and he turned that on and it cooled down, but it is loud. Yeah, so as I mentioned, all these are just storage spaces, back dinette. I'm going to turn around and Just will take over.
No, nearly. Show them the ensuite.
Okay, so opposite the kitchen is this compartment here. And this is the toilet and shower with a little vanity. We have not touched this toilet. We've been fortunate enough to find toilet pit stops, but I'll just quickly open this up. So you've got a toilet with the cassette, which we don't want to change this time around. So we have not used this toilet at all. We've got the vanity here. And then this is actually quite a good size. Like for me, I can move around. Just says he can't. But lights, the shower, I've used it once. The pressure's pretty good in here, as long as you are connected to the mains water, and if your husband remembers to turn on the gas, you've got hot water as well, which is really good. So that's the ensuite. It's a good, decent size, pretty squishy if you're yeah, pretty squishy. You don't want 2 people in here, but it's enough and private. So this is the door that closes it.
How do I turn that light on?
So with this light, with the internal lights, you do need to know this control panel. So the 3 important buttons that we've learnt is if this 12 volt battery, this is 12 volt, this is water, and this is the external light. So as long as the 12 volt is on and these switches are on, these lights come on with the button in the middle, and they've got 3 versions. Excuse the brightness. And then it also opens up this under light for the first dinette as well. Obviously, when you're driving, we've never done it. Make sure the water button is off whilst you're driving. The 12 volt, I think you can keep on, and obviously the power you can keep on. So those 3 buttons are the important ones. So 12 volt to operate the internal lights, external lights, and also the toilet. You need this on in order to turn on the water and the external lights, yeah? So for now, we can turn these off. I'm going to leave the 12 volt because, yeah, I'm leaving it on. I don't know why. So
probably the most important thing in the whole van is this tissue here. This tissue here reminds me to duck because I've hit my head on this 4 times.
This is where the ladder goes.
Probably a litre of blood.
This ladder goes here.
Oh, yeah, the ladder goes down there.
And without this, and because it's blended into the black, he's had once there and twice there that he's knocked himself because he's what, 180 something centimeters.
It's normal, and you've really got to duck.
And you got to duck. I'm a bit shorter, so I haven't hit my head yet.
So we've nearly done the van apart from the cockpit.
The best part. Go and sit, Barbara, and I'll sit next to you.
Look, all right, come on in. Look, in relation to the cockpit, I've only got one complaint, and my one complaint is simply this seat. It's only really got 2 functions. I can angle it back, and I can angle it kind of forward, and then you can adjust this on the angle. But when I hopped into it, it was really high, and now it's still probably too higher than it is. All right. So look, my only complaints in this whole truck, van, whatever car, and I love it, is the lack of adjustability on the seat. For me, 8 hours a day, I would have liked a little bit more control to make myself more comfortable. All right.
So diesel, automatic.
Yep.
So this is where you put it from park to drive. Where's your handbrake, darling?
Down by the side.
All right, so down by the side.
Handbrake's down by the side here.
Yep.
Yeah. We've got electric mirrors. We've got central locking. Yeah. You've got your...
Darling, how do you open up this? This is an inbuilt mobile or GPS holder, as we were mentioning. We can open it up and you can actually put your mobile here and it goes there, and you can have your GPS or your mobile if you're more comfortable.
Which we're going to do next
time. This is pretty basic GPS, so you don't want that. That's mine, my mobile phone holder for all those time lapses.
The only other thing is this button.
Best function in the center console.
When we go to bed at night,
one.
you hit that button and it's a central locking, and it locks all 3 doors.
Yeah, which is
So
fantastic.
You're now in. And look, this was pretty important too, just the drink holders there for us.
Yep,
you have a lot of drinks.
That.
The adjustable armrest.
There's armrests on both sides. So Justin's got armrests and I've got armrests as well.
But I didn't find these really practical. I found these a bit too low, to be honest with you.
It's actually really comfortable as a passenger. I'm higher up. Now, the other thing I really love is there's one 12-volt plug, and it comes with an excuse me, a USB plug as well. What I did was I went on Amazon. I bought one of these 12-volt plugs, and they automatically come with the C charger and the USB charger and an extension. If you had kids, you can extend this right to the back dinette, and there's an extra 2 USBs and 2 C chargers, which is really important with all the iPads, the tablets, the mobile phones for the road trip. And this would easily extend to that back bit, but whilst you're driving for the passengers. I think that's it. This is useless space. It's all airbag. There's nothing else here. What else?
Just got 3 negatives.
Go.
I love this van. I love it. I really do. I think it is absolutely brilliant. But this would make my life awesome if there was reverse mirrors.
Cameras.
Reverse cameras. I would love reverse cameras. It would make my life so much easier.
If you own one, get that.
Next one would be these seats. A bit more functions on these seats, because I did find these uncomfortable.
And have suspension on it. And there's ones with options where you can swivel.
Yep.
And it turns to the back, but they're owner motorhomes, not the higher ones, unfortunately.
And the third thing I would change, and I'm being a grumpy, miserable old man, is just the comfort of the mattresses at night. But for a 7-night stint, if we had like pillow top mattresses, the reverse camera, and suspension
seats.
Oh, mate, you're doing
Ultimate.
You're doing 2-week trips, no problem.
Lux.
Because with the cameras, when you need to reverse, you don't need to get out. And I feel more confident, and I can see.
And you can control it better.
Yeah, so that would really help. Comfort, because you need it. And just, again, at night, these are only comfort issues. It's awesome.
You're in the cockpit and the driver's seat 8 hours to 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
The bed, you're sleeping 8 to 10 hours if you get it, or 6 to 8 hours. And then the reverse, we're not good at... I don't know how to do a stop-go. I don't know how to direct Justin. So... There's fights in itself already, instant fights between partners and husbands and wives, because he's driving, he communicates totally different from how I communicate.
See, when I communicate, I expect common sense and a brain. And the only other thing is too,
Bob.
The automatic engine brake. When you stop at a light or a hill or whatever, car park, the engine dies. Don't panic. Relax. Enjoy it. I panicked. And I put in a park and I'll turn it off and... No. Once you stop this car, it stops dead. I think it's an environmental thing, less emissions, whatever. And then as soon as you take your foot off the brake, it starts up again. So you haven't stalled. There's nothing wrong with the engine. The glow plugs don't need to be changed. When you stop, the engine will cut off like an electric car. But I've never driven an electric car. So, But... Fantastic.
There you go. So this is the cockpit. And then from this driver's point of view, we actually get to walk through here. We don't even have to get out for safety reasons at night time. There's the dinette, there's the kitchen, there's the back bed or dinette as well. And then up on top here, up here is the next bed as well. So that's it. That's the tour of the van. If you have any other questions about the van, let us know. But yeah, the three highlights for me is definitely the biggest one for myself as a passenger and a female is this security button. So when Just has a pit stop and he needs to go toilet more often than me, I'll stay here, I'll press that and he's off. And I know all the doors are locked. So I love that. The fridge, as long as you clip the doors to the hooks, they're awesome as well. And then that's it. That's mine. And the if the gas is on, the hot water, the kitchen is my third favorite.
And if in, I don't know, 7 days, whenever we do the next one, if I get the same RV, I'll be wrapped because I'm very familiar with it now.
Yeah.
And very happy and very comfortable to drive this around now. So yeah, there's the guided tour of the RV. We've relocated.
RV, yeah, internal tour of this 6-berth motorhome. You've seen the outside because when Justin hitches or hooks or unhooks the outside, it's pretty much what you see with the gas, electricity,
Watch your head.
and water.
Watch your head.
Is that it, darling?
Yeah.